Is this the original American EcoDiesel? When you say EcoDiesel, you think of the Dodge Ram EcoDiesel, and I'm a little more old school than that. So what did I get? I got the tried and true, slowest of the slow 6.2 liter Detroit diesel that was put in my four-wheel drive Chevrolet Suburban 2500. This thing is equipped with a turbo 400 transmission, so no overdrive, and 410 gears, so we have no highway speed. My goal with this video is to get a baseline of my fuel economy. I'm going to pop the hood and show you that this is pretty much an unmutilated 6.2 Detroit diesel, natural aspirated. The only thing that I've done with it, besides driving around a bit, is replace all the filters and just kind of made sure that it is in decent running order, where doing this fuel efficiency test, it is actually, somewhat fair, and I'm not losing miles per gallon for having a bad filter or two. The goal of this test is just to get my baseline. So this truck is pretty much unmolested, unmutilated, untouched. And the only thing that's not original that I can see on it is that it has a little taller tire than it's supposed to have originally. I don't really care. I'm not looking to see if I'm getting factory EPA mileage with this. I'm seeing what my actual truck gets. So let's go to the pump and fill her up so we can get our baseline. Now we're topped off, let's go out and get our baseline. We're going to do a little bit of driving on some rural roads, some hills, a little bit of city driving, and obviously some highway driving. Now the combined EPA rating for this 6.2 in the 87 Suburban, from what I'm able to figure out, is like 16-17 miles to the gallon. I'm not going to complain because this thing is big, it's heavy, it's old, and it's also slow. But I'm not really worried about getting anywhere fast with it. The real goal is to create sort of a Rocklander, take the boys fishing, go camping on the weekends, and then be able to set it up so I can tow my CJ5 so I can go out to Moab and, have a sort of a camper, but that classic square body look, and have something to tow my Jeep with where I'm not getting 9 miles to the gallon like I do with my 8.1 liter in my Chevy pickup. This thing might be big and it might be slow and it might be ugly, but I tell you what, it drives so dang nice. It drives straight down the road, it stops straight, it accelerates straight because it's awful slow, it takes forever to get somewhere, but it just drives nice. It's comfortable to sit in, the air conditioning works, it's just a nice truck. So I think it's a really good platform to build my creation and my vision with. The reason why I chose this diesel Suburban to build a Rocklander / tow rig / big economic rig, which that doesn't make any sense, but I'm looking to get like between 20 and 23 when I'm all said and done. I'd be happy with that. To make a Rocklander that tows a little bit and has all the gear in it, get excellent mileage, that's asking a lot. And I could have went with an EcoDiesel and just put a camper on it and went that way, but I like the shape and I like the look of the Suburban. A couple other things, there's more room in the back seat of my Suburban than there are in those Eco Diesels for my kids. I don't have to worry about leaks of a camper because it's a solid roof. I also have a solid front axle, and there's just more support to me that I can find in the off-road scene for Chevy square body and Chevy running gear. That's the main reason why I went with this, other than Eco Diesel. And we can't forget that this truck was a whole heck of a lot cheaper than Eco Diesel. So I can actually invest my money into building what I want and the accessories that I'd like to have first, rather than just paying for the truck. So we're gonna hit the highway here and see how we do down the highway. Getting on the on-ramp, you might not be able to tell in the video, but I did get up to like 65, and that poor diesel seemed like it was pretty much screaming to me. It said that this is the limit. So I dropped it down to just a little over 60, and that was pretty much the cruising speed that I did for this test. Now, the air conditioning, like I said, does work in this. I did this test with the air conditioning off. I'm looking for the baseline. I know that running air conditioning, and I know that all these other things I'm building are actually going to take away from my fuel economy. So before I start adding those things, I'm going to get my baseline without them, turn up the pump a little bit, maybe advance the timing of the pump a little bit and see how that helps, and try to find that sweet spot of fuel economy and power. Alright, so we finished our 20 mile-ish loop, and now it's time to see what kind of mileage we got. So I'm going to top off the tank, and then I'll do a little bit of math on the calculator and see where we are. I used the same pump, the same gas station that I used to start this test, and after it stopped, I hit fast forward, and we waited 30 seconds, and then I pulled the pump again, and when it clicked, I called it good. Now time to do the math. We used 1.22 gallons and went 20.9 miles. Where does that put us at? That puts us at 17.1. Not too bad for starters, because that's high on the combined EPA rating for this truck for the year. So now on to phase 2. So we're going to start getting this truck cleaned up. I'm going to pull these running boards off. I'm going to pull this crazy weird hitch that it has on the back of it. Then advance the injection pump. Let me know what else you guys think I can do to kind of pull economy out of that. I'm not ready to go to a turbo setup. I really want to put a 5-speed into this thing. I'd much rather drive it with a 5-speed than this turbo 400. I think it's the most efficient way to get a overdrive, and that's going to help my mileage a lot, I think. So let me know in the comments what you think, what you do next, and any help to try to pull a little more mileage, a little more power out of this naturally aspirated 6.2 diesel. Thank you very much, you guys. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Peace.